following timeslip story was reported by a journalist from the Liverpool Echo and tells the story of Sean, a teenager who, after being chased by a security guard, suddenly finds himself in the past. In 2006, 19-year-old Sean was in the city entering a shop in Hanover Street, Liverpool, England, with the intention of shoplifting. But unfortunately for Sean, he was spotted by a security guard who chased after him. Sean ran out of the shop, turned to the next street, only to discover it was a dead end. He looked around for a way out, hoping to find an escape route. He then felt a strange pain on the back of his neck, and all of a sudden, the ambience around him changed, as he realised there was no security guard chasing him anymore. His surroundings had now drastically changed, where Sean figured the guard must have given up looking for him. He then walked back to Hanover Street, but everything looked different. The pavement, colours and overall lighting was different, and all the cars looked like they were from the 1960s. When he was last on the street a few minutes before, there were roadworks, but now there was no sign of any work being carried out. The men had disappeared. He then started to look around at the people and saw that their dress was formal and old-fashioned. Then they started to stare at him. Sean then walked to Bold Street and noticed that there were now traffic lights that were not previously there. He then looked towards the Lyceum building and saw bushes and a small park that he had never noticed before. He looked across at the pub, which had the same name, but the signage was completely different. Sean was now in a totally confused state and knew he was in the right town, but in the wrong time, and started to panic. He then came to the realisation that he was caught in some sort of time slip and feared he would be stuck in the past, unable to get back to the present. He then pulled out his mobile phone, but could not get a signal. To confirm the fact that he was now stuck in the past, he went up to a newspaper kiosk on Ranelagh Street next to the Central Station and picked up a newspaper. The date was Thursday the 18th of May, 1967, which confirmed they had somehow been transported back 39 years. He continued walking and found himself on Bold Street outside H. Samuel Jewellery Store. He walked in and saw that it looked relatively modern. He checked his mobile phone and to his relief, he got a signal. But when he looked outside the store window, everything was still in the past. As he left the store, everything suddenly returned back to the present. Feeling totally relieved, all he wanted to do was to go home and ran to the bus stop. A journalist investigated Sean's story and after some research confirmed that what Sean described in Liverpool in the 60s was accurate. When he interviewed the security guard that chased Sean, the guard declared to the police that the young man had just vanished into thin air.